is underway. And Leicester getting a feel for possession in these early exchanges. Talar with the pass around the corner to Missy Goodwin. And a long ball that yields possession and gives West Ham a feel for the ball for the first time with their Chilean international Camila Sayers. So neither of these two teams scored in open play during the week. First to score will be absolutely vital. Don't expect the cards too close to the chest. They play in the WSL in November. And then they play in match week 22, the very last day of the season. So anything that they learn about each other today is going to have to live for a long time in the memory bank to come back in the competitive games during the WSL season, which of course has its home here in Australia on Optus Sport. A brisk first minute from West Ham as they try to give as many players a touch as possible. This is Tiziak. And now Sayers. Noemi Mouchon leading the press. It's not overly aggressive at this early stage of the game. And that allows West Ham to venture forward, but a misdirected pass is intercepted by Sophie Howard, long-time Scotland international. They've got a competitive goalkeeping situation, Leicester City. Janina Leitzig on the bench today. There's a Kopp preferred in the gloves. And a battle for the ball in midfield. West Ham determined initially. Now willing herself onto the ball is Emma Harries. She's taken a knock for her trouble. And West Ham want the referee to stop play here so Harries can receive some attention. The ball is still live. And there's another look at the collision that happened against Ruby Mace. Well, the ball never went out. It stayed live the whole time. I think Leicester just agreed to stand off for a moment, make sure that Harries was all right, and we still have a live ball at the feet of Marika Bergman-Lunden. Doe played it into midfield. Now the switch of flanks is a neat one. Shalina Zadorsky. Left-footed cross arrives at the near post. And nicked away, late contact. Maybe a little get back there on Ruby Mace. Nothing too sinister about it, but Mace having already knocked over Harries earlier in the game. Maybe just Marika Bergman-Lunden reminding her not to get too physical in a pre-season friendly. Mace herself an England under-23 international who's played for England all up and down the junior age groups. Smita Ale breaking down the left, and now Goodwin trying to take possession here for Leicester City. Mouchon trying to feed it through to the advancing Yuka Momika, one of the inclusions to the 11 today. Chantel Swaby with a solid header. Ball taken away by Mewis, and Mewis is fouled. Santini protesting immediately. There is Mewis. 53 caps for the American national team. West Ham trying to keep the tempo high through the first 5 minutes. They drive forward here. Sayers. Bergman-Lunden turning it back to Tiziak. Wasn't quite to the advantage of Kirsty Smith, and Leicester City can take possession away. Goodwin concedes a little bit of ground. This is Swaby. He's one of the standouts for Jamaica at last year's FIFA Women's World Cup. First real touch for Kinga Semic. Polish international goalkeeper for West Ham. An aggressive pass was trying to find Riko Ueki, the Japanese striker. West Ham recycle the ball. They'll stay on the attack. Bergman London just overhitting it. Leaves a cop with an easy collect. Swaby. You see Tierney preparing to take possession in a 1-on-2 there. Knew she was being passed into a trap, but still managed to win a throw-in. And a hurried clearance just to get the ball away. It might turn defence into attack with a lucky bounce here. Rantala. And now Michon. The Leicester attackers combining through the right. Zadorsky went sliding out of the way. Rantala with the cross. Goodwin's header, but not able to steer it back towards a teammate. Best attack of the game so far for Leicester City, though. You saw there Rantala had Zadorsky scrambling. Goodwin just couldn't twist it back towards Sam Tierney, who was waiting at the edge of the 6-yard box. Of course, up against teams like Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain, these two sides could perhaps be forgiven for being safety first, but they will both be acutely aware that having finished in the lowest two places above the relegation spot in the WSL last season, you can't draw your way to survival. You have to win games, and a bit of aggression today is what they might be practicing. Zadorsky getting forward, swinging it across. Defensive header will only get it to the edge of the box. Swaby, strong under the ball. Now Tiziak for West Ham. Neat wall pass, Ueki. Bergman Lundin. Then Harries was dispossessed. And now Michon fouled. Tiziak quick to leave the scene. Here's another look. It is only a friendly tournament, but I think Amandine Merkel perhaps right to ask for a yellow card there, the coach of Leicester City. No booking, just a foul. Tiziak on the ball here has had a torrid time with injury and concussion. Only 4 games in the WSL last season, so a vital campaign coming up for her. Still only 24 years old. Already has 21 caps for Belgium, so still her best football ahead of her, if her body can allow. There's Rianne Skinner. Speaking of the FIFA Women's World Cup in 2023, she spent it in Australia doing expert commentary. That was her last little break of sorts before taking on the West Ham job. Zemek here lured further and further out of her penalty area to support the West Ham attempts to play out, and Michon sensed the opportunity to go and steal possession. It's Noemi Michon bearing down on goal, squares it, a question of the finish, and Leicester score. Yuka Momiki makes it 1-0 to the Foxes. Great play by Noemi Michon to win possession, and then selfless to pick out Momiki. And the 40-cap Japanese international was unerring with the finish. As West Ham players tried to scramble back in defence, there's the moment that Michon won possession. Not a good feeling for Camilla Sayers as she tried to win the ball back. And then with the entire West Ham defence scrambling, Yuka Momiki makes it Leicester City 1, West Ham United 0. A lot of smiles there for the Leicester City players They know the value of these attacking combinations. Momiki in only her second season after joining from Linköpings in Sweden. And Bouchon completely new to Leicester City this season from Stade Rennais. Is that the duo that, combining with Jutta Rantala, can score them enough goals to climb well above the battle for relegation into mid-table? And now over to West Ham to see what sort of a response they've got. They've got the crowd. They're eager to cheer a West Ham United goal in this tournament. But right now it's Leicester City who are walking on air. Mate. The way up the age groups. She's only scored 2 goals in 45 WSL appearances though. She would love to have a breakout season finding the back of the net. Only 21 years old, so to already have 45 WSL appearances under the belt, that speaks to how highly rated she's been coming through the youth ranks. Tiziak didn't like the options, goes back to Žemic. Now Sires. No shortage of confidence on the ball, in spite of getting caught on the first goal. And now Leicester City hunt possession and win it again. It's the goal scorer, Momiki. To feed it back to Asmita Ale, but West Ham are able to recover. And yet, they are struggling to play it out from the back here. The ball crept over the line, throw in, Leicester City's way. Smith hand up to apologise. Jean. Mace. And now the centre-back Swaby, right up the middle. Momiki. Tierney. Mace caught in possession. Maybe West Ham can counter here. Doe bides her time, waits for the run of Ueki. Block tackle here, sees the ball out. West Ham with a chance to build. Shalina Zadorsky's been able to get away down the left a couple of times in the attacking half, taking the throw in here, and a foul and a free kick will allow West Ham to advance further forward. Swaby knocking over Brynjar's dot here. Nothing subtle about the shove, an easy decision for the referee. So Swaby will go and marshal the defence here. There's lots of discussion going on about what the plan is over this free kick for West Ham, and Kirsty Smith has come over from the right side of defence to take it. Smith launches the ball, and a strong punch from Lisa Kopp. West Ham stay in possession. Bergman London asks a lot of the technique of Harries, who did well to control it. Harries. Leicester win in the aerial duel. Goodwin. And a hurried clearance from Ale. Mushon against Zadorsky, trying to show her strength, and now her one-on-one skill. And Zadorsky prevails. Well, Mushon protests to the referee, but that was just a really good duel. Mushon appeared to be winning the battle before Zadorsky recovered, and that's a great pass to release Mewis. West Ham trying to go end-to-end in the blink of an eye. Ueki keeps it moving, and now the youngster Doe. Smith. Ruby Doe lifts it across, and it's keeper's ball. Had to be pinpoint with a 1-on-4 in the penalty area there for West Ham. But the Hammers are growing into the game now, chasing a 1-0 deficit. Mamiki to Goodwin. And Mamiki, it's a really nice 1-2 between the pair. Tiziak, wise enough not to be nutmegged, but still had to give away a corner. Leicester City continue to press the issue here, looking for a second goal. When these teams met in the WSL last season, it was a pair of 1-1 draws in May and also in December. So a second goal here for Leicester City might be priceless. Rantalar with the cross, in at the near post, headed away by Tiziak. Follow up from Bergman London. Rantalar again. The finish flyer. Awkward to control, but Shemek is able to bring it under her command. Sayers. West Ham, they were looking for Zadorsky from the moment Sayers took possession there. The return ball comes unstuck. Rico Ueki throws her head back in frustration. An apology to the captain, Shalina Zadorsky. A little bit overzealous from Brynja's dot here, commits a foul. Mace has been at the centre of all the rough stuff, both receiving and committing fouls in midfield. She's quite a aggressive player who's not afraid to put a boot in or take on a 40-60 where she might be the underdog. Here's Mushon. Rantalar is free in the penalty area for Leicester City. Now the West Ham players scramble back to get goal side. Ale. Mace. Neat work by Rantalar. Rantalar now. The underlapping run is brilliant. Mamiki. And the follow-up saved away. Third time lucky. Point-blank stuff from Shemek. And the crowd show their appreciation for the West Ham United goalkeeper. Two excellent saves, one of them pure instinct. And it's denied Yuka Mamiki a double and Leicester City a 2-0 lead. Well, that got as big a cheer as the goal. The crowd really appreciating West Ham last-ditch defending, but some excellent goalkeeping from the Polish international. It has been a fun first 20 minutes, and you feel as though there are more goals on the way. London. Long ball didn't come off, but West Ham will get another chance. Tiziak. And Leicester City in this midfield third, they've identified the right time to squeeze and go hunting the ball, and they've spilled possession once again. You can see it is a friendly in name only, this game. Lots of pushing, and Isabella Mawson seeing the chance to try to calm things down with the first yellow card of the game, brandished here for the foul on Tiziak. Let's take a look at this series of chances. Mamiki, unselfish there to cut it back. The shot came in from Asmata, and then that would have been onside. So Asmita Ale initially, and then Yuka Mamiki looking for her second of the game. Swaby, hurried back pass. Tierney. Heard the shout from Rantala, who is switching flanks with real freedom. A bit of positional versatility at the moment from the Leicester City number 8. We've seen her start the game on the right, spend 15 minutes over on the left, and she appears to be back on the right again. Ale, back to the goalkeeper. Has got to hurry here, Lisa Kopp. Saw confirmation there that Ruby Mace was the player that got the yellow card, so it'd be interesting to see how she watches her step from here. Here's another look. Late contact on Tiziak. If there's one player that West Ham United would be particularly sensitive about, it is Amber Tiziak, given her struggles with injury ever since joining the club. Did feel as though that was a everyone calm down foul and yellow card from the referee, because it was starting to get hot. Well, that's the fun of a game like this. These two teams really trying to set the tone in front of their managers and in front of their fans ahead of the new WSL season. Solid defensive header from Ale. Mewis. Neat pass inside into the traffic. Fed back out. Saez trying to pinpoint across. Nicely done by Brynja's Dottir. Ueki blocked away. Too many bodies in the road. Zadorsky keeps the attack alive. Shalina Zadorsky found space. In at the near post. It was awkward for Swaby. And steering it behind for a corner. If indeed that was the last touch. Here's another look. Yep, Swaby and Swaby alone. I think Lisa Kopp's tried to bluff the referee here. As you can see, she went and grabbed the ball. No, it's a corner. And the ball kids have clued in as they send it over to the corner to be taken here. Mewis, a little bit underhit, and now a throw-in. Smith taking plenty of time over the throw. West Ham hurried up the corner, but now the throw with a bit more thought. Ueki back to goal with it all to do. Bergman London to the penalty spot. Solid header away. Up comes Tiziak. Doe didn't quite get the angle on the shot to really trouble Lisa Kopp. Ruby Doe joined from Arsenal in July, but she actually spent last season on loan at Ipswich Town in the third tier of English football. Getting the minutes up. West Ham have clearly seen something that means the youngster will now be sitting on WSL benches for the coming season. She's looked right at home amongst a lot of senior teammates and opponents so far through 25 minutes of this contest. Goodwin sensing the chance to press, but cool heads prevail. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Sayers. Look longer is the shout from Rhiannon Skinner on the West Ham sideline. Ueki provided the outlet, but pass is intercepted. Swaby did the work. And now Mamiki, Goodwin and Mace. Seen Leicester City caught in this situation too often, playing out from their own defence. It's more often than not been the West Ham defenders with the ball and Leicester set up in front of them. And the offside flag is going to short-circuit this attack here. Intercepted by Rantala. And away rolls Mouchon. He's already provided one assist. Not able to keep possession here against Sayers. However, it's a hurried clearance for Žemic. Rantala, Mamiki. Janice Kamen. Rantala turns it into the middle, and the referee says it's a foul by Mouchon. Marika Bergman-Lundin. Tiziak. Ueki. Was able to drag Howard all the way up from the centre of defence, but it hasn't exactly opened a gap for West Ham to exploit. It was a crunching challenge from Mace. Now another slight challenge comes in. 1, 2, 3 in quick succession. West Ham keep the ball. Mewis found Ueki. That's an excellent stand-up tackle. Mace turning defence into attack. A little bit of afters off the ball. Mouchon has possession in the meantime. Missed Rantala with the cutback though. Ruby Mace is everywhere at the moment for Leicester City in that central midfield. She's on a card, but is not taking a backward step. Rantala, one possession. Can't thread through Mamiki. Bergman-London, long ball, Cayman. Howard now, decision time with Rico Ueki trying to cut off the passing angles to other defenders. So into the midfield battle it goes, and Tiziak prevailed with the ball in the blink of an eye. Sayers using her preferred left foot to switch out to the right side for West Ham. Brynja's dot here. Great challenge from Asmita Ale. And now Mamiki shunted off the ball there by Brynja's dot here. Mewis. Feel like West Ham are going up a gear in their search for an equaliser. Mewis again, Zadorsky. Mewis and Zadorsky, the crowd enjoyed that combination, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. I'd better sign.
So that now makes it 2-0 to Leicester. Apologies for some of the stream malfunctions, but you join me, Ollie Ordis, on commentary for this third place playoff, which West Ham now find themselves 2 goals down to 0. Of course, they were beaten by Paris Saint-Germain earlier on in the week, which meant that they then came and played Leicester following their defeat on penalties to Manchester City. So you now see both sides who at the wrong end of the results in their last game playing one another, and now it's West Ham who find themselves on the wrong end of this result. 2 smart goals from Leicester, it has to be said. Mamiki in the 10th minute, and then fullback Sam Tierney, who likes to play midfield as well, finding herself in the right place at the right time. So West Ham with a bit of a mountain to climb. Of course, if they find 2 goals, or if it remains or if it's a draw at full time, then it will go to a penalty shootout. West Ham now try to spark this comeback, which they need to do after their setback in that 33rd minute. It's a low ball put in, but easily dealt with by Leicester. This came and just clears it away. A slight little knock there from Ruby Mace, the youngster. One of 2 new signings for Amandine Mikel's side. Well, she was playing for Manchester City last season, the young midfielder. Didn't get much game time for the Blues, so found herself at. Try and pick up some more minutes, the Women's Super League. Here they come again, the Foxes, as they're just enjoying this safe possession in their own half. Chantel Swaby looks up, the other signing with Ruby Mason. She picks out a lovely ball to Pantala down this right-hand side. It's a ball across the box. As one of the Leicester players was lurking, if it was Mamiki and Missy Goodwin, who were in the box, just couldn't get themselves on the end of that Pantala delivery. A let off for West Ham as we're 10 minutes from the half-time break. Rinjarsdottir just trying to provide an option. Goes to Bergman Lundin instead. Howard's underneath that. Collected nicely. And here's Cayman. Of course, both sides will want to finish their pre-season campaign on a high. Leicester so far the side that are enjoying this game, as West Ham have been pulled back twice. And with the Women's Super League starting in just a few weeks' time, and Leicester add to their 2-goal advantage at the moment. As Rantala just plays it back to Mace. Leicester look to play the patient way, trying to find a third opening. Kirsty Smith having to do her defensive duties, and that's a picked out ball that's really good, and it's crossed the box and it's kept alive, and it hit the woodwork. It looked like Leicester City were going to snatch a third, but it was an offside from the assistant referee. West Ham will be relieved. Kirsty Smith as well on that far side, allowing play to come down that left channel. It was Sam Tierney just at the byline. Perhaps the ball actually went out of play. The assistant referee's flag was raised. Chantel Swaby was the one in the box that rattled the crossbar. It remains 2-0 Leicester. And so far they'll be looking to try and add to this 2-goal advantage. With the Women's Super League starting in 3 weeks' time. Of course, both these sides have a fairly challenging start to their Women's Super League campaign. Leicester are away to Liverpool, and West Ham away to Man United. And after that, Leicester host Arsenal and West Ham host Liverpool. So both these sides, their first 2 games up against teams that finished in the top 5 last season. Of course, West Ham and Leicester didn't enjoy the most glamorous of seasons, both finding themselves towards the bottom end of the table. West Ham in 11th, 9 points off the drop. Of course, Bristol City, the side to go down, who have been replaced by Crystal Palace. Leicester, 3 points more than West Ham's tally. They had 18 and finished 10th. Both sides will be looking to kick on from those positions and find themselves further up the table. Leicester for sure will be the more happy of the two this afternoon or morning, depending on where you are watching this game. 5 minutes to go until the half-time break. Here's one of the new signings, Camilla Size. Centre half. They tried to work it down this left. Kirsty Mewis. One in claret and blue occupying that area. West Ham are just trying to win the ball back now. It's a poor pass, albeit it doesn't go to a Leicester player. Gave some running though for Kinga Schmize. Size again. Matisiak on the bench against PSG finds herself back in the starting lineup. Of course, the game before the season starts, your final game of pre-season, is often the side that's going to start the campaign. It gives them a chance to really blend together and try and get minutes just before the season starts and the competition really begins. And that's really well worked from West Ham. Can they halve the deficit? The ball's in the back of the net. But the assistant referee's flag is raised on that far side. So West Ham are denied of a goal just before the half-time break. That really would have changed things up. Ruby Doe, the player who found herself in an offside position. It was a smart finish in the end, but it's been chalked off for the 18-year-old midfielder who finds herself in the starting lineup. Obviously on the bench against Paris Saint-Germain as well. Perhaps Rhiannon Skinner will be looking at Ruby Doe to be one of her prospects for the season. Leicester coming forward, breaking the lines well as they switch it out to that left-hand side. This is well worked around the box. It's really, really good from Leicester, and they make it 3. Missy Goodwin slotting it home just after West Ham found the back of the net and had a goal chalked off. Their days got even worse. Really, really nice finish from Missy Goodwin. Likes to play out on that left-hand side, linking up ever so well with her colleague Mamiki. She just chips it over delicately to Goodwin. First time finish of her left foot. It's a really nice Leicester goal. And this crowd here in Perth, the HBF Park, and a majority West Ham fans are silenced with 3 smart Fox finishes. Doesn't look like it'll be going to penalty shootout. West Ham need at least 3 to try and secure their 3rd place. Of course, the Perth International Cup. Manchester City playing PSG to win it. It looks like Leicester going to be getting 3rd with this fantastic performance in this first half. Yes. Yeah, that's okay. Just been smart with the defending as well. Yes. Yes. Getting on the ball in good areas. Have been marvellous on the transition. That 3rd goal really is an example of that. Yeah, and Skinner with a lot to think about at half-time. Of course, after the game, this poor performance continues. Rico Ueki, the furthest forward, just reluctant to press. West Ham probably just want it to be the half-time whistle so that they can galvanise one another. There's a cop, the goalkeeper, playing it short. So again, Leicester trying to play out from the back, and they're doing it very, very well. Here comes Mamiki, as Leicester fancy a 4th. West Ham win the ball back. Size. And Zadorsky. They look to be playing a back four, of course. West Ham played a back three, or set up with a back three in their last game. 4 minutes added on after this first time half. And Shannon Cook, Camilla Size and Shalina Zadorsky playing in that back three. Anouk Denton playing right wing back, who finds herself on the bench. Will she be required in the second half? She is at Rhiannon Skinner's disposal on the bench. This goes through the legs of Bryn Jars-Dotter. Of course, it's back after timeout, following the birth of her second son, Andreas. Getting back to full fitness. It's her first start after she was on the bench in their game against PSG. Here is Doe. Smith. 1 minute of the added 4 played. Lewis. Bowski just trying to work it forward down that left-hand side. Ueki will chase and slide, in fact. Rounding run forward, but it's cut out by West Ham, and Ueki's found. She's in an offside area. We're pretty sure that she was going to be in that offside position once the ball was played. Twice now they found players in behind. Of course, they have been in an offside position, but maybe just need to time their passes and runs a little bit better, West Ham. Half of the added time played. Once again, Leicester trying to play the long pass, but West Ham intercepting it with ease. Here's Ueki popping up on the left-hand side. Can they get a late pull-back goal now? It's lofted in, but headed wide by Emma Harries. Able to find that late goal in this first half. Smart from Ueki though, down that left-hand side. Managed to take it to the byline and open up an opportunity, but Harries just wasn't able to execute that header. Harries dispossessed as Leicester come forward for a fourth. Be devastating end to the first half for West Ham. And they're not giving up on this opportunity, Leicester, as Mouchon has the ball at her feet and she clips it in. And another offside position, this time for a player in Leicester colours. It looks like it will remain 3-0 as we head into the half-time break. Can West Ham have one last minute chance? They have just under 30 seconds. Try and get the ball in a dangerous area. Well worked down the middle of the park. As Mewis plays it into Harries, but that first time ball is a poor one. Lizzacott will appreciate that all day long. Ueki with some last minute pressure. And that is going to be the end of the first half. A devastating one for West Ham. A lot to think about for Rhiannon Skinner and her side. But some brilliant goals scored from the Foxes. It was Yuka Mamiki who got us off underway in the 10th minute. Some heroic goalkeeping from Kinga Smimek that kept it at 1-0, but only for so long, as it was just after the half-hour mark that midfielder Sam Tierney doubled Leicester's lead. And then it was Missy Goodwin popping up at the back post to just tap it home for a lovely third goal, I should say. We will be going over the goals shortly in this half-time break, but it ends here.
I'm
Leicester
here with
3,
West Ham's
Ham
Emma Harries. Emma, a challenging first half for the Hammers. What do you need to work on for the second half?
Yeah, definitely think we conceded some sloppy goals. But look, it's all to play for in the second half. You know, we can show a lot better than that as a collective. But we just got to come together now at half-time and show what we're about.
And keep your heads high, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just show what we're about. We'll regroup at half time and hopefully come out with a better performance than that.
Good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
And we'll next speak to Leicester's Yuka Momiki, who we've got here. Yuka, you're working hard for every ball, and you got your reward with the opener for Leicester.
I think we have really good patience out of position. I think that creates us a lot of chances to score, and we did. That's a good thing.
The team put on a dominant first half. It couldn't have gone better, could it?
Yeah, I think we could do better, but we have still second half, so we keep going.
Good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
Reimagine outdoor cooking with the Ninja Woodfire Outdoor Oven. Unlock high heat woodfire flavour.
Pretty bubbles in, yeah. Say fly, so fly.
Remember the glory. From the Academy of Football to the champions of Europe, where our players became giants of the game and changed it forever, wearing our famous claret and blue. 60 years on, we wear the pride, we wear the passion, we wear the history, whilst making our own. Wear the greatness.
Right, you lot, today's a big day because we know West Ham United is all about putting in the hard work, grafting for the bag. Yes, let's have it! And you've worked hard. Early starts, late finishes. Oh, I've seen it, Hayden. Tireless, selfless graft. We're not just cooking on the pitch. We're cooking off it too. And you do it all on your own, don't you? Well, not anymore. It's not just about the badge on your shirt. It's about what you wear on your sleeve and what that represents. Because this club don't exist without you. You pillars of the community. You champions of industry. You beautiful business owners. Now get out there and show me what you've got!
Yes, fantastic one!
Hello, chicas! Say good morning. Hello. 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 Hello, chicos. Párate. There is the girl who talks too much all the time. Every time, every day she talks. Yeah, this is Dagny. This is Rico. How are you today?
Yeah. Me? Good person. Good. Me? Can you see me?
Me, you.
You're a good person too, Cami.
No, it's my friend.
You pay me later.
No, it's okay.
It's actually a challenge, okay?
So but we're like this.
Exactly, and you don't look each other.
You're doing the same thing.
Don't look at her. Exactly. That's good.
Good.
If you're struggling this much, I want to see
You are stronger than me, guys.
I rotate.
Yes, exactly. You start here, you rotate. Also rotate your upper leg.
Yeah. I know.
By the way, this is Chris, our goalkeeper coach.
I didn't want to wave. Right, so 2 touch, straight over. So 1, 2, there you go. Good.
Oh.
Are we counting points?
No, not yet, we're just having a trial. See what that does. Go on, 2 touch.
It bounces however it wants, but it does.
Yeah, what do we think? It's in.
That's in.
Nice.
Show us your tattoo. Exclusive. It's exclusive.
Have you put mine in?
Exclusive. No.
Oh, surprise.
Look
here.
Look.
That's Sweden.
Yeah.
Which one? What do you want to see? Oh, this one's good. Oh. Does it say? What does it say?
This.
Yeah,
I don't know
read
the
it.
name in English. Ah, love. Ah. I do it with you.
Okay.
Why I'm alone?
Oh! Oh, give me that!
Yes, in. There, hands up. Good. Hold. Yes, roll. Move to the side. Good.
Yeah, play.
Touch. Punch. Relax. Got it?
Good job.
Down here, I don't know why they
Keep!
Yamba.
Change central again in your own time.
Yeah, good. Better.
Yeah. Camila. Good. Yeah.
Good. Round. Feet. Right. Good. Up. Come. Hold. Yes. Relax. Set 2. We're going to do 2 sets. Yes. Small steps allow you to push. Shoulders. Right.
Nice.
Up. Line.
Good job.
Balance.
Alright.
Yeah.
Nice, Max! That's awesome.
Yeah.
Woo!
Shannon, Ruby,
Goodbye.
Vivek.
Something. This ain't doing me justice. My forehead looks like a 5 head. Oh.
That one's quite a big baby.
Yeah. The cute Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
I don't need to be in the thing. You're in the thing.
Yeah, more close. Yeah, more close. Yeah, man.
Hey, hey. I'm just showing my mom that safety first.
Of course.
Yo.
Yo.
One of them waved at Shalina.
What?
I got it
Oh,
video.
see?
It literally went up onto its back legs and waved at her. Look how cute this is.
I see. Oh. What? Oh my god.
Get them angles.
Girlies.
Underneath those nostrils, the best shots.
Our London, real London, nobody stays a stranger. The Bow Bells, our London calling. More than just a place, the Cockney call heard far and wide. Graft and dedication, together for the ride. Born here, raised or made here, this is home. Our differences unite us, wherever we may roam. Our spirit strong, our pride runs deep. In our London, it's our dreams we keep. Through highs and lows, we rise and shine. Beyond these streets, the Bow Bells chime.
West Ham United legend Jimmy Walker has got himself in a spot of bother.
Hello, Current Car Insurance. How can we help?
Company motor's broken down. It's match day.
I know just the company for the job.
NWVA. The fastest, most efficient, cost-effective vehicle assistance company in the UK.
Right, Jimmy, let's get into this game, eh?
Nice one, Tom.
NWVA are proud partners of West Ham United.
Well, welcome back everyone. There we are, there's the view. The lovely HBF Park Stadium in Perth. Of course, West Ham have been enjoying their time out down under. You can see from that video of all the players, the vlog if you like, seeing what they've been getting up to. Of course, the captain, Dagny Brynjar's daughter, mentioned before the game how important this trip has been for some of the younger players, especially to see the support that the club has worldwide, and that it can motivate these young players. One day their names can be on the backs of all these fans' shirts. So there are going to be some substitutions. A couple for Leicester. The two coming on, defender Julie Thibault and midfielder Amelia Pelgander. And coming off is Chantel Swaby. Going to be a change in the goalkeeping department as well. Jadina Leitzig is replacing Liza Kopp, who didn't have much to do in that first half. Of course, as expected, some substitutions made by Rianne Skinner as well. There's Shannon Cook, who started the last game. She'll be coming on as a substitute to play the rest of this second half. So both sets of sides just having their last minute team talks, and a couple of substitutions made for both sides. 3 actually made for Leicester so far. From what we've seen, just 1 or 2 now for West Ham. Vivian Asayi, last season's joint top goal scorer, coming on to try and find the back of the net, or help her side at least find the back of the net, which they did find twice in that first half. 2 offsides for the Hammers. Keep it goalless for them. But for Leicester, they enjoyed that first 45. All the time down under there, having, of course, just a few weeks away from their opening game against Manchester United. Focused looks for this second half, which Emma Harries mentioned that there's still all to play for in this second half. It shows the determination and belief in this side. Although they had a couple of setbacks in that first half, they're still eager and determined, full of belief that they can complete this comeback. Of course, if West Ham do happen to get an equaliser, it does end in a draw after 90 minutes. There will be a penalty shootout. Leicester will hope that they can avoid that. But one team now will be happy with this result. They just want to sit back and not allow West Ham any opportunities. But West Ham are going to be fighting for it in this second 45, that's for sure. Here's Asmita Ale, assessing her options, and goes down the line. Final touch came off Mouchon. And a good first half as well, found herself in plenty of good areas that helped her side in the build-up to attack. There's Mouchon again, trying to be that target player. Of course, one of the other substitutions for Leicester, Deanne Rose, the forward, coming on. Leicester coming forward as they look to maybe get the first attack of this second half. Mouchon finding room once again. It was a tight area in the end. West Ham looked to come away with it. Vivian Seyi enjoying the ball outside her penalty area. Giving it away there though. Sends it back. Good work there from the substitute. Going to lose the ball, you've got to get it back, and that's exactly what she did. Of course, joint top scorer with Rico Ueki, who's come off. So, on top goal scorer for another. Marianne Skinner's side. So, direct approach. Rico Ueki just unable to keep that under her spell. Nodded forward. See the run now from Rose. Darted forward. She's up against Anouk Denton. She beats her. Making it on the inside. Leicester just flirting with the ball outside the West Ham box now. Chested down well. Lina Zadorski just clearing the ball out of play, resulting in a Leicester corner. But West Ham happy to just get that flurry of Leicester pressure out the way, but in all fairness, it still continues. So they have their first corner of the second half. It's Jutta Rantala who lofts it in. Smemic gets a touch to it. She palms it away, and West Ham come away with the throw-in. Of course, there was some heroic goalkeeping in that first half from Kinga Smemic, the West Ham shot stopper. 1-0 down at the moment. Fine double save. Kept it that way. Here she is again, under pressure. As Brynjar's daughter gets a commanding header away, and that time she clears it away. Up to Emma Harries. The confusion, I think, there between Bergman Lundin and the referee. Like they could have collided. Leicester, of course, will be coming out in this second half, just trying to take the sting out of things. You'll have West Ham trying to play on the front foot, but Leicester will just want to minimise that West Ham impact. And could they just seal this deal? Oh, wow. Leicester making it 4, and that's exactly what West Ham did not want going into this second half. But that was clinical. Noé Mouchon just passing it in to the back of the net. And Leicester get their 4th. Just as I was saying, West Ham will have Leicester trying to take the sting out of things. If anything, Leicester have just gone and brought the game to West Ham in this second half. Haven't thought about sitting back and just wanted to add to their lead, which they've done through their fantastic number 10, Noé Mouchon. Smemic got a hand to it, but it wasn't enough to keep Mouchon's effort out the back of the net. And West Ham will really have to show some belief and commitment here and not let the scoreline get bigger and bigger. Perhaps a damage limitation mindset now for the rest of the game, but still 40 minutes to go. 4 goals required for the Hammers. They've got both goal scorers who scored 12 between them on the pitch now in Seiji and Rico Yuki. Leicester have been good at shielding out that West Ham pressure when they've got the ball forward. Here is Ueki. They put the ball into a dangerous area as they just wait to strike. Fairly straightforward for the substitute goalkeeper, Janina Leitzig. As I say, he just left it. The Cook to have a go. She found it on target. There's not enough power to take it past Leitzig before she got down low. Harry's trying to find the run of Ali Hussein. One of the other substitutions. Ali Hussein, 5 games last season in the Women's Super League. We'll be wanting to see this campaign now as one where she kicks on and makes her mark in this West Ham side in the top division of women's football in the country. Good tussling going on between Seiji and Mouchon. Seiji felt that she was put under pressure unfairly. Gave away a throw in the process. Ueki just trying to pounce on that ball. That didn't have the most amount of power on it. Here's Hussein, and to ping one out to Denton. Rose just going in short. Can't put pressure on the West Ham back line. They'll try and play the diagonal out to that left-hand side, but it's easily dealt with by Leicester. Number 18, Belganda brings it away. Fierce ball, trying to find the run of Rose. Can she get onto it before Smemic can? She can't. Courageous goalkeeping from Kima Smemic as Rose stuck out a leg, but she read the situation well and got the ball before Leicester's number 7 could have a chance. I would have thought if Rose was to get on the end of that, it could have been fairly fatal for West Ham, and it could have been 5. But it remains 4. Trying to spot the run in behind from Ueki. Very straightforward for Thibaud. same. Wants to switch it. Here's Denton. Just hangs it in. Referee quickly blows our whistle. Go Leicester's way, cutting short any potential of a West Ham goal. Say the one who committed the foul. Howard. One of the 3 changes made by Amandine McQuell since their defeat on penalties to Manchester City. I'll hope that it doesn't go to penalties in 35 minutes time after the brilliant first half they've had and a good start to this second half. Seen them cruise this affair so far. Foul on Ueki from Thibaut. West Ham free kick. No, the West Ham crowd just quiet in the second half. The Leicester have found themselves 4 goals up to 0. Danny Brynjars-Dottir was saying before the game how it's a brilliant reality check for all the West Ham players in a positive way. That you're able to see the growth of football, women's football especially, around the globe. In Australia, when you fly out, see how big it is over there, not just for Australian football, but also for the English women's football too. Just shows how far the game's come, but she mentioned how you still have to push, make things go forward. It was a privilege to be in Australia and to see this brilliant support firsthand. Of course, West Ham have a worldwide fan base, one of the biggest in England. Great to see so many hammers out in Australia supporting their women's side, especially when the going gets tough, which it has done this afternoon, or this morning for those in the UK. Let's have a chance to add to their brilliant 4-goal lead so far. Powerful ball in towards that near post. It's picked up on the edge of the box. That's a vital touch from West Ham as they try to bring it away, but Leicester don't allow them to. Switch back out to this near left, but Ueki's there to intercept. And that's good, powerful work down this right-hand side from Bergman Lundin. It's a foul, or seemed like it could have been a questionable foul on the substitute Vivian Aseyi. Play continues, but Aseyi is still down, and she may have to see some attention here. Just following that collision with the Leicester number 12, Asmita Ale. Still down, but no medical staff in sight, which is a positive. It suggests Aseyi is all good to carry on. Just needing a helping hand from Shalina Zadorsky. Punching challenge, it has to be said, from Ale. We have another look here, and you can see Aseyi's, but it's just over Ailes as well, so it's just a nasty collision between the two, and it seemed like Aseyi was the one that was worse off.
Boss, now? Now?
Of course, in this game, only really seen two of the new signings for West Ham, in Kinga Smemic and Camilla Saiz. Still got Shakira Martinez to make her debut. 23-year-old attacker from Frankfurt. A substitution for Leicester, Courtney Nevin coming on. And she's joined by a number 4, CJ Bott. That's the end of the day for a couple of the Leicester players. Unsure with who's just gone off as of yet. I know for sure the two defenders in Courtney Nevin and CJ Bott have come off. Well, there's one of the players coming off. Noe Michon. So Nevin and Bott on, Michon off. I'll update you to find out who the second player is that has made way for one of the Fox's substitutions. Another exciting player to make her debut is Manuela Pavi, forward, 23 years old. Free transfer from the Colombian side, Deportivo Cali. Still more signings waiting in the wings to make their debut for the Irons. Leipzig. Tried to find Janice Kamen. Instead it's a West Ham throw that Denton takes quickly. Cook. To Zadorski. Smith. West Ham just passing it around here, trying to get an opening for themselves. They've worked it well as well. So they just tried to poke it in behind. Sayi just snatches at it, goes straight into a Leicester player. And they look like they're now going to come away with the ball. Cook. Zadorski. Going from right to left. Brynjar's daughter. Switch, trying to find a Sayi in behind. Latches onto the end of that ball. In a tight area though. Pass is the only option to weave her way out. Try to win it back and play it down that left-hand side. Say you could see by her body language, frustrated that she wasn't able to get on the end of that ball following the Leicester interception. Referee just blowing her whistle. So there's going to be a substitution, and it's in the goalkeeping department for Leicester, or for West Ham, sorry, I should say. Leicester have already made theirs. So now it's West Ham's turn. Megan Walsh coming on for Kinga Smemic, who of course did have that brilliant double save. Frustrated as she's been in between the sticks so far though. Just leaving the pitch after the hour mark. Man City are waiting for their final fixture against Paris Saint-Germain. He's down, but Leicester continue to play on. Long ball played forward, but straight out of play. Smith with the ball in her hands. Brynjar's daughter lurking. Can Leicester break this line? They look to play it down the line, but the ball just goes under the feet awkwardly. Janice Kamen, just mistimed touch there. Zadorsky. Hussein hasn't seen much of the ball since she's come on after half-time. This is another good position for Leicester as they get the ball forward into a great area. That's an excellent pass as it's taken in behind to the byline. Leicester with bodies forward now, firmly fizzed across the box, but straight into a West Ham player, and they come away with it through Smith. Leicester winning it back well. The second West Ham try and come forward and break into the Leicester half. Leicester just managed to win it back. Smith. Howard. Leicester, of course, will welcome the ball in their own half any day when they've got it in their possession. Such an emphatic lead. West Ham just unable to break down this Leicester midfield and defence. Try and even work an opportunity with Janina Leitzig's goal. Smith. Nevin. Substitute playing down this left-hand side. Drives it in field and tries to spot the run. Good work there from Shannon Cook, who just tidied things up nicely. Firm switch. But it finds Anouk Denton. She tries to play the direct approach up to Ueki. She holds her hands up as if she knew she fouled Howard there. Honest attitude there from Riko Ueki. So it will be a free kick. No complaining. They're trying to convince the referee that she didn't foul, she just accepted it, which you can appreciate. Lovely touch, and what a turn as well from Rose. Just unable to find that final pass. She did the hard bit well. In all fairness, she did have a lot of West Ham players around her and just one Leicester player to aim for. Good interception from Nevin. Hear the frustration from West Ham as they tried to play it long. Leicester looking very strong when they come forward. Low ball put in. Still kept alive. It's a poor touch from CJ Bott. Well, of course, it is a pre-season friendly, but both sets of players do look up for this. Of course, it's vital, really, to try and get into that first game of the season with some confidence. Leicester will certainly be going into their first game against Liverpool with confidence. Still 20 minutes to go. West Ham will try to find themselves on the score sheet. Leicester are doing a good job at shutting them out. Both sides will be wanting to finish higher up the table than where they were last season. Can they make it 5? Well, Deanne Rose trying to test the new goalkeeper Megan Walsh, who was substituted on not too long ago. Unable to test her as it's over the woodwork. Just got her foot underneath that ball, which is why it went over. More warning signs shown from Leicester. They want a 5th, and Deanne Rose really wanted to get on the score sheet after she was introduced into the action by Amandine Mikel. Trying to switch it. Harry's just behind that ball. Perhaps if she is in a more advanced position, she could have found herself on the end of that. There were calls for fouls, however, on Bergman Lundin. He was the one in that central position, the intended target. And it goes Leicester's way. Leipzig. Mamiki. Push there from Anouk Denton, allowing Leicester to just have a free kick and regain the ball. To Howard. Let's try and get it up the pitch. The back, however. Leipzig the one to switch it out to that right-hand side. Rose in a position. Here is Rose. She does want a goal. Unselfish there and lays it off. Leicester look dangerous here as they've got bodies forward. Nice turn. Corner kick. Janice Kamen just trying to turn it around the West Ham defender and weave an opportunity with that left foot of hers. Good interception. Not allowing the ball to get into the danger zone. Leicester have an opportunity once again. Elena Zadorski just motivating our players and organising them for this Leicester corner. Nevin with the outswinging delivery. Tayi, the commanding touch away to get it clear. Has to just win it back. Pull from Asayi. Gifts Leicester the free kick. Cheap foul to give away. Keeps West Ham in that defensive routine. Start to think the game's now getting away from West Ham, really. Such a strong Leicester lead. Good work down this left-hand side. West Ham haven't created much all game. Starting to see the clock run down. It was a devastating goal, really, from Mouchon early on in this second half. It really sealed the deal for the Foxes. More good work again. Great game management from Amandine Mikel's side. They're managing the game perfectly. West Ham playing into their hands, however, gifting away fouls. Just allowing Leicester to play with the ball and to have set pieces in the West Ham half. Played low, comes off a West Ham player. That time it did also. Off Kirsty Smith, so it's another Leicester corner. So Leicester want 5. And they get a 5th here. Another outswinger, but they dealt with that corner well, or did they? They clear it away this time, West Ham. The header away, didn't see another West Ham player. Leicester forced to play all the way back to their goalkeeper, Leipzig. Picking it out to Nevin. Chests it down, unable to keep it within the pitch. A weak throw. It allows Kamen to just pounce on it. Just on a different wavelength there temporarily. Kamen with the number 7 Rose and 29 Mamiki. Both ran forward. Thought they could have been further back. Just over a quarter of an hour to go. Leicester coming forward once again. Dangerous. Great ball as well. She lets it just roll through her right foot onto her left. Tries to pull it back. Number 18, Amelia Pelganda. Great first touch. See what she was trying to do. Let's try and find a Leicester player in the box. Would have been better off shooting, however. This header from Nevin into the path of Rose. Nevin providing an option on the underlap. Lovely play between the Leicester players in the West Ham box. Rose teed it up on her left. Right into a West Ham body. CJ Bott. Bott again. Trying to find the run of Cayman and forces the save from Megan Walsh, her first of the afternoon, and then it's lobbed in, and it looked like it's gone beyond the line. It certainly did with that follow-up header, and Leicester have a fifth. And it's fair to say they've won this game, and they've got the third place playoff in the bag in this Perth International Cup third place playoff final. Nevin was the one that got the decisive touch over the line. Cayman with the opportunity, Walsh with the save. It was a good one, to be fair, but then it was hung in by their number 6, who actually got the goal. Suari Takarada. A lovely effort from her. A deft touch. It was Cayman, in fact, who was the one to head it home. She wasn't the one to score. That player there was Suari Takarada, making it 5. And it has been an afternoon dominated by Leicester City. From start to end, they've been clinical, they've made chances, they've made their possession count as well. Allowed West Ham time on the ball when they've given it away in silly areas like there as well. Trying to go for the long ranger. They've just played into Leicester's hands, West Ham. A lot to think about before their season opener on the 22nd of September away to Manchester United. Howard. West Ham will just want to see the end now. We've got 12.5 minutes left to play. Leicester continue to just play with such fluidity and skill and flair, and that's an example there from Deanne Rose. Lovely skill on this left-hand side, and they win a free kick as well, Leicester. Seyi, player to have fouled Courtney Nevin. It'll be Nevin to put a ball in, the left back. And they get a 6th. Finds a Leicester head. Megan Walsh is there to disclaim the effort. As we saw earlier, Manchester City just waiting in the wings with Paris Saint-Germain. Man City drawn 0-0 with Leicester, which is a good result for Leicester, although the penalty shootout didn't go their way. Manchester City, of course, finished 2nd in the Women's Super League last year. Level on points with Chelsea. It was just down to goal difference, which is what saw the Blues of London win the league. Draw with Manchester City is no bad result. Of course, they lost 4-3 on penalties. Manchester City waiting for their game against Paris Saint-Germain. Ueki just prior to that goal kick was in a dangerous area to try and get a consolation goal for West Ham, but Leicester have their clean sheet still intact. Here's the 5th goal scorer to Takarada. Seyi dribbling with the ball, headed away by Howard. Rose trying to shield off Denton. This time get a throw. Lichton Field. Can they try and get a goal? Smith just snatches at it. She's then put under pressure by the Leicester number 4, CJ Bott. She bombs down this right-hand side with Bergman Lundin sprinting back, but she beats her, and now she's got plenty of bodies forward in some good areas as well. Lovely footwork. Deanne Rose was in a brilliant position, but it was Yuka Mamiki who found herself with the ball following that brilliant run forward from CJ Bott. Janice Kamen as well had a great game. Hasn't got on the score sheet. She actually has gone down as the goal scorer, interestingly enough. That was it, the offside. Perhaps unfortunate, as it looked like she was injured. Bergman Lundin has come off. Slight confusion between the goal scorer of the 5th. From the camera angle, it looked like Takarada's lofted ball. She just clipped into the back of the net or onto the underneath of the crossbar. Went beyond the goal line. And there is Soraya Walsh, the 18-year-old midfielder, coming on for the Swede. Just see out this last 10 minutes or so, including stoppage time. How much there could be of that, with the result fairly certain. There's Gunjar's daughter, who's just fouled there from Uganda. Nice ball out this right-hand side. Denton against Rose. Chased by Emma Harries. Oh, trying to play it forward. West Ham come away with it. Seyi lofting in a dangerous ball just over the heads of the intended targets, and West Ham see that opportunity go begging. Leicester happily will take this goal kick. There, Amandine McKellis will be very happy with this 5-star performance. 5 goals so far. They could have had more. West Ham have just been fairly toothless in trying to get forward. Segi popping up on this left-hand side. Benton. Bacarada just keeping tabs on Walsh. She gives it away. Rose tries to take it beyond Denton. Tidied up well by Shannon Cook. Cook with the direct approach. Can it actually fall West Ham's way? Soraya Walsh just unable to keep it under her spell, but it falls back to Cook. She fancy a go from distance. Forced wide. Walsh. Late charge from West Ham here. Struck with power from distance. They get a corner, West Ham. Ali Hussein with the strike. Referee blowing a whistle, ordering play to go back. Ali Hussein, the one that won the corner, just told off for taking it too quickly. Quickly taken again. Hung in by Asayi and collected well by Leipzig. Leicester trying to get bodies forward whilst West Ham run back after their corner. West Ham given time there with the Leicester back pass to just get back into their defensive shape. Howard. Not to Nevin. Gliding past 1 and 2, but unable to beat Cook. Just passed back awkwardly by Hussein. Worries for West Ham here as they're passing it around the back. With a couple of black shirts lurking around them. Ueki dropping deep. Spread the play out to this right-hand side. Long work there from Walsh as she beats the pressure of Rose to retain the ball. Hussein. Brynjol's Dottir. This is good from West Ham. Patient too as they tried to play it down low. They keep the ball. Harries fiercely forcing it back to Hussein. Calls for handball from those in claret and blue, but the Foxes come away with it. Just as momentum was building for West Ham, Leicester managed to win the ball back in a good area. And they're willing to just pass it back. They've got nothing to lose. And Harries, fairly versatile down that front, or up in that forwards position, up on the right and the left. Barada in plenty of room. Tried to smartly play it through down that right hand side. Minutes away from the 90. There was the call for handball from Brynjol's Dottir. Perhaps she had a case, but the referee didn't believe so at the time. But West Ham have a last minute chance here through their youngster Soraya Walsh, who's forced wide. She forced into the corner from Leicester. Harries with a good ball played forward. Good defending from Nevin to just push Walsh away. Here's Hussein again. Sayi. Lofted in, a nice ball. Brynjar's daughter was there to attack it. No execution. Denton. Allowed to run down the left. Find a good pass. West Ham looking for a consolation goal and they get it. It's last minute, but it's last season's top goal scorer in the Women's Super League. Vivian Asayi, the substitute. Taking Leicester's clean sheet away from them and making it 5-1. Here the cheer though from West Ham, they're happy. Their only bit of celebration this afternoon. But it was a well taken header. A brilliant ball. Finding the head of Asayi. Perhaps West Ham deserved that after their last 15 minutes. They've played well with the ball. And you could sense that they were starting to gather momentum in their attack. Perhaps just peaking too late in this game. We're into the first minute of stoppage time. West Ham, can they get a second and turn this 5-goal lead into just 3? Ueki finding Asayi. She keeps the ball. What an ending we've got here. Out of nowhere. West Ham, you've got to commend the belief and determination to continue. Not once have they looked like they've given up. Even now they look like they're still trying to score the winner. But you've got to commend Rianne Skinner's side. Ueki, brilliant first touch. She slips awkwardly, just allowing Leicester players time to think. Cycled by Brynjar's daughter. Through the cohort of players, picked up by Denton, curling effort, almost into that top corner. A brilliant effort from Anouk Denton. Just trying to glide it in. Leipzig's long ball is cut out by Walsh. She's found herself with the ball a lot down this right-hand side. West Ham have been good at picking her out. She can't pick that ball out. Straight into the grasp of Leipzig. A yellow card, a late yellow card for Courtney Nevin. Emma Harry's the one down on the deck. She's back up. Play the last few minutes of the game. The West Ham will use the last 10 or 15 minutes with confidence and use it as a confidence booster for the next few weeks, just to prove to themselves what they can do. Of course, apart from that, it's been a really poor game for them. But there is something to take for the Hammers, but they haven't given up. They played a really good last 10 minutes here, but can Leicester just make it 6? Reinstall that 5-goal lead they had. Here's Rose picking one out, straight into the grasp of Megan Walsh. Referee blew a whistle. Doesn't look good. And Kirsty Smith, the fullback, got the assist for Sayi's goal. Looks quite upset. Nice to see. Holding her left cheek, perhaps that was after a collision. She's soldiering on. Have a look here. Slight kick there. It's not the instant we're looking at though. Hayes. One back by Leicester. Nevin. Dibbo. Stretching it out and switching it to the right. Calls for a foul from West Ham, and that's the way it goes. Late free kick, following the foul from the number 29, Yuka Mamiki. One of the two players to miss their penalties against Manchester City. She won't care after she opened the scoring up today in the 12th minute. Good touch in the end. That ended up being a really good pass, and they've got a second. A late flurry of goals for West Ham. Peaking right at the end, but she's got a brace. Asayi came on as a substitute. Who knows what the score could have been if she started the match. Well worked again with a bit of fortune. Couple of touches there. Whether Harry's meant that or not, I'm not too sure, but she won't care as it ended up being a lovely touch, falling to Walsh, whose strike ended up being tapped home by Asayi. And Leicester's 5-goal advantage has diminished to 3. Well, there's no doubt this ending of the game will give West Ham confidence now for the next couple of weeks. They needed that. Props to them. A lot of times you can see teams go 5-0 down with just 10 minutes to go, and they'd shut off and perhaps lose their concentration even more. But anything for West Ham. They stayed resolute, didn't give in. Now they've made the scoreline look more respectable than what it was almost 20 minutes ago. Rose looked a threat when she first came on, running down this left. Occupied by Denton, beating Denton. Just allowing her time to get back. She gets it on her right and once again just over the woodwork. Spitting image to what we saw from her strike earlier on in the second half, where she cut in on that right foot, struck it high, but too high once again. And that is the full-time whistle. A 5-star performance from Leicester in the first 80 minutes, but West Ham certainly gave them something to think about in the final 15. What a start it was for Leicester in the first half, finding themselves 3 goals up to 0, and then came out and added a 4th just 10 minutes into that second half through Mouchon. Then fell to Cayman in the second half just before the 80th minute, where Leicester made it 5. Slight confusion with who the final goal scorer was, as it looked like it came off that player just there in Takarada, but it's gone down as a goal for Cayman, as she was the one to head it in at the goal line. But then in added on time, it was the substitute Asayi who got 2 last-minute goals to make it Leicester City 5, West Ham 2. Leicester claim 3rd spot in the Perth International Cup. So the final bit of the game will give West Ham confidence. They're just weeks away, these two, from starting their competitive campaign. West Ham away to Manchester United on the 22nd of September, and their first home game will be against Liverpool just a week later. For Leicester, they find themselves away to Liverpool and then hosting Arsenal the week after that. Leicester will be the happier of the two, but West Ham will be happy with how the game ended. They did not give up. It ends here. Leicester City 5, West Ham United 2.
Pretty bubbles in, yeah. They fly so high.
Remember the glory. From the Academy of Football to the champions of Europe, where our players became giants of the game and changed it forever, wearing our famous claret and blue. 60 years on, we wear the pride, we wear the passion, we wear the history, whilst making our own. Wear the greatness.
Right, you lot, today's a big day because we know West Ham United is all about putting in the hard work, grafting for the bag. Yes, let's have it! And you've worked hard. Early starts, late finishes. Oh, I've seen it, Hayward. Tireless, selfless graft. We're not just cooking on the pitch. We're cooking off it too. And you do it all on your own, don't you? Well, not anymore. It's not just about the badge on your shirt. It's about what you wear on your sleeve and what that represents. Because this club don't exist without you. You pillars of the community. You champions of industry. You beautiful business owners. Now get out there and show me what you've got!
Our London, real London, nobody stays a stranger. The Bow Bells, our London calling. More than just a place, the Cockney cool heard far and wide. Graft and dedication, together for the ride. Born here, raised or made here, this is home. Our differences unite us, wherever we may roam. Our spirit strong, our pride runs deep. In our London, it's our dreams we keep. Through highs and lows, we rise and shine. Beyond these streets, the Bow Bells chime.
West Ham United legend Jimmy Walker has got himself in a spot of bother.
Hello, Claret Car Insurance. How can we help?
Company motor's broken down. It's match day.
I know just the company for the job.
NWVA. The fastest, most efficient, cost-effective vehicle assistance company in the UK.
Right, Jimmy, let's get into this game, mate.
Nice one, Tom.
NWVA are proud partners of West Ham United.